New tonight, top high school bowlers from all around the state of Washington gather on the west side of the state to showcase their skills on the lanes. We'll spare you the details and let our Dan Hansen tell you why a couple of local high school bowlers say why this sport is right up their alley.
The Kamiakin girls are going for their second straight state championship. And just like the ball rolling down the lane, they're rolling into Tukwila to defend their title. The best of the best duke it out for one goal in mind, becoming state champion. For some like Alyssa Martinez, it's a legacy sport.
My grandpa owned the bowling alley in Pasco, and now he owns one in Oregon. So my whole family kind of grew up in the bowling industry, and my parents met when they were 9 years old at a bowling alley, so it's just in the family.
Martinez says she began bowling at the age of 5. She competed in junior leagues on Saturdays, eventually playing in bigger tournaments. She says since she began bowling for Kamiakin High School, her commitment to the sport increased, especially to win another state title. Clara Demarest, another bowler on the team, says she hasn't bowled as long as Martinez. She's only competed for 3 years and says her freshman year, she really fell in love with the sport.
I always love playing sports, so like bowling straight off the bat, I was like, oh, this is so fun. But then it kind of like transformed into like fun love, more into like, okay, I love like the consistency, I love coming to practice, and I love getting better.
Both Demarest and Martinez says without their coaches bringing the team together, they wouldn't be as strong. Alan Cook is one of those coaches. He began bowling as a kid and fell in love with something he wants to give back. He says both Kennewick and Kamiakin use the bowling alley for practice. Kennewick High School started bowling at Spare Time Lanes 20 years ago. He says competing for back-to-back state titles is huge in more ways than one.
I just want to see them do good and not have to pay for college.
Absolutely.
And get an education, because we need education.
Demarest says Cook is the key factor in finding the right college for her.
He actually introduced me to the college, Mount Mercy, and he got me hooked up there slightly. He introduced me to it and stuff, and he gave me a whole, talk on colleges.
Martinez and Demarest said they wouldn't be in the position they're in, competing for state championships, without their coaching and mentorship of Cook.
Every time I see him too, I'm just like, there's Alan. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, he's been coaching me since I was like 5 years old. When people ask me like, who's your coach, who coached you, I always say Alan Cook.
Stay tuned to Apple Valley News Now. As soon as we hear what the results are, we'll be sure to bring it to you. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Good stuff, Dan. Thank you. The Kennewick Lions also competed for their second straight state championship. This year, the Lions finished runner-up just behind Thomas Jefferson High School in Auburn.